All right, Aqua fam, what it do? It's your girl Empress 777 here today with a general reading for my Aquarius gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides, give me clear, concise messages for my Aqua gang. It's general, guys. It may or may not resonate. Take what does, leave the rest. We're gonna see what exactly comes out. Okay, I normally do love messages, so I do believe a connection will come out. I did feel something of the sort in your meditation, but we're also going to look at some more general messages just for overall life guidance. I know that a lot of you mentioned that you like that, especially when I delve deeper in the extended, so we'll incorporate some of that here as well. So guys, she sounds like she's all about business today. Okay, I might tell a few jokes, but I'm saying it's very serious. Whatever cycle you are entering, there's a seriousness behind the energies that were in the meditation today. Lots of taking time to really become aware, right, of your surroundings, of your mannerisms, of individuals who may not have the best purposes for wanting to be in your life. What do you mean by that? Well, Aquarians, people normally gravitate towards us, right? For those of you new to the channel, oh, guys, click that like button, please. You know what I'm saying? Support your girl. Click the subscribe button. I'm an Aquarius as well. That's why I say we. I'm an Aquarius sun and an Aquarius moon. So I get it. I totally get it, right? Like when you have your mind set on a particular goal, when you have your eye on, it's like the eye of the tiger, right? You get very tunnel vision when it comes to meeting certain goals. People may sense the behaviorisms of an Aquarian as sometimes being green, right? Naive, only because of the loyalty or the kindness, right? It's out of the kindness of your own heart that you allow people to befriend you, right? We're some of the most sought after people to want to have friendships with, right? Like, it's like, I want to be your friend. Like, you cool as fuck. So you may have like a lot of people who want to be your friend, but a very, very small circle of people that you would call a friend, maybe one or two actually. So getting back to the point, right? I feel as though there are people who definitely dig your energy. They dig who you are as a person, and are genuine about really wanting to have a connection, like a relationship, right? A relationship is a two-way street. It's not a one-way out this bitch. I don't care if you're driving downtown or whatnot, right? A relationship is a two-way street, okay? It's transactional. Having a relationship with someone should not solely be based on the transactions or the benefits of the transactions that you have with said person. But we know everybody don't think like us, right? Exactly. That's something that I believe you may have had to learn the hard way, if this is your story, right? We like to say the phrase, treat people how you want to be treated, right? Or you treat another individual as you would like to be treated, but everybody doesn't go according to that same notion. Some people are really just out to get what they can. They're really just out to, I don't know, eat off of, you know, steal from, you know, just gain resources from. Some people are out to be around just for the sake of what it is that you can do for them or what it is that you provide for them. You have a sort of currency about yourself in your being. Okay, this is not just financially, right? As I always say, currency can come in many of different ways, not just monetarily, even though the bag looks really nice. I'm just saying, right? The bag is not too shabby. Still working on that. There's always more to grow when it comes to finances, right? When it comes to the money. But you have something so much more than that. You really benefit others in their life in ways that some people are just not willing to acknowledge. For the sole fact that if they do acknowledge just how much you add, then they would have to also acknowledge just how much they do not. Okay? Yeah, those go hand in hand. Okay? So anyway, there was a very serious tone to this meditation, guys. It was very single-minded energy, not selfish, but very self-preserving type of energy. The very first card that came out, we do have a bit of a pre-shuffle. So if that's not your thing, then, you know, you can exit stage left. You know, I had somebody tell me that, y'all, like, oh, she not pulling the card. Like, please don't play with me. Don't play with spirit either, okay? This is real. These cards don't lie, and I don't lie neither, okay? All right. Now, back to your regular scheduled program. Okay, first card out was woman holding a coin. Okay, powerful, very, very powerful, but even more so powerful was the second card. Now, these came from the Energy Oracle deck. I just felt the need to go ahead and pull a few right after that meditation. It was just so very serious. Like you're set on making this ultimate change. This is something that is going to change your life. It's going to change a lot of people's lives around you as well. Okay, some of you are looked upon, right, as the one who is the strong one, the one who, you know, can help out in a time of need, the one who doesn't really need to be checked upon, the one who can always be called upon, right, reliable, loyal, devoted. And this is a very general type of energy, guys. Okay, this could be in a love connection. This could be with family, friends, right, friends who you thought were family. I'm just saying, I'm put that there, right? Shit is really about to change and shift up in this bitch. I feel like you've been taking a cute little insight, cute little analysis on your resources, okay? And just how much you've been benefiting others. If that's not the case, then I feel as though you are going into a time where you're making some necessary changes. This is a major arcana, okay? Even though we're not doing tarot just yet, the world is always a huge, major change. It's a life cycle, okay? It's a shifting of a life cycle. It is damn near rejuvenation of a new being, right? You won't feel like yourself once the whirl happens. You're no longer that person, actually, okay? So your mannerisms, the way that you protect yourself, the way that you view others may also change as well. You may also have come to the conclusion, okay, I'm just gonna say that maybe some people who you held at a very high standard no longer hold that seat for you. You no longer hold that vision for them. You no longer place that value on them, okay? That's very specific. So if that's you, please let me know, okay? Just put like a thumbs up in the comments, you know, a 100, okay? A champagne bottle popping, whatever. Float your boat and just say, yeah, girl, you're on it with that one, right? Just fully recognizing what is really before you. Yeah, that is definitely prevalent. No longer seeing the value in a particular person. Now, woman holding a coin, gender doesn't matter, right? It's all about the energies. This is very yin type of energy. It's the divine feminine, holding lots of resources. This can almost be looked at, or in my opinion, right? I look at this card as like the Empress of this oracle, because you can literally birth whatever it is that you want. She's the only one here in this bitch. And she's all that she needs to cultivate whatever she wants. She has the world in her hands. You see what I'm saying? So cultivating lots of changes of the mind, changes of a job for some of you, location, moving, right? Changes of getting out of long-term relationships that was going nowhere real fast. Okay, let's just cut to the chase. Just call a spade a spade. All right, lastly, we got out here this Owl Moon card, okay? This is from the Silver Witch's Moon Oracle deck. I believe that's what it's called. So it says insight, study, and silence, okay? All of those terms were very prevalent in your meditation. It goes without saying, right? A very seriousness, very quietness, making money moves, right? But silently making moves as well. You may have individuals who are currently cultivating or collaborating with one another to try and figure out what the fuck you're doing, okay? They want to know. They're nosy as fuck. These would be people, if that's, listen, take that if it resonates. That sounds very particular as well. If these were people that you would have once looked to for advice when you're making major life changes, that you would have shared plans with, of things that you want to do in the near future, or things that you plan to do, inventions, investments, businesses, etc., etc. You're no longer speaking. That's weird to them. Okay, that's a little bit odd. You acting funny. That's what people like to say, right? You acting real funny type. So they may be trying to study your every move to kind of get a hold on what it is that you're doing. But ultimately, I feel like this was the energy of you. If that portion doesn't resonate, then this is you. Like I said, taking a cute little analysis of where things are. You're getting ready to make some really major changes. For some of you, these changes are going to come surprisingly. And for others of you, you've been working up to the point of making these necessary changes. I really do like this, guys, okay? Studying, very methodical, very analytical, yet very serious, all right? Now, if a love connection is something that is at hand in reference to no longer valuing a certain aesthetic or aspect of a person, then this is someone who is seeking insight in reference to how to get back into your good graces, okay? The changes that you've made are for the betterment of yourself. You had to learn to stop thinking about other people in reference to your decisions. You're the type of person who, when you're getting ready to make a decision or decide something truly major, you do like to take into account others who may be affected, but I feel like you're no longer in that space. It's really, you're worried about you at this point in time. And that's not really being selfish. You're just going according to how people have treated you or how you have been handled. Okay? Self-preservation. That's what I continuously am hearing. All right. So this is the Moonology deck. Oh yeah. Emotions running high. I know that's right. Now listen, I'm reading this in two different ways, guys. I just have to say that, right? There is a connection at hand. There is somebody in the atmosphere. They're not really coming fully to the forefront. This is somebody who may be a little bit embarrassed about their behavior. This may be someone who is a little bit cowardly at having to admit to some wrongdoings. This may be someone who is intimidated by your fly, okay? By just how imbalanced you are, how you have your shit together. The woman holding the coin, she looks very much so like the Empress, but she can give me Queen of Wands vibes as well, right? That's very confident, bossed up energy, all right? Really having a handle over your own emotions may really bother this individual, because you having a hold over your emotions, then in turn, it makes them feel out of whack. Oh my God, what are you talking about? Yeah, it makes them feel like they want you to be more emotionally attached. They want you to be more emotionally imbalanced, and that would make them feel more at ease. So was it like that in the past, or what? Like in the past, were you giving this person the energy that you didn't want things to end, that you would rather take the good with the bad? I'm just saying. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. So if you're no longer doing this, wow, that's a super moon. All right. If this is no longer your behavior, that would definitely explain this World card and the woman holding the coin, honestly, right? Because that's really reclaiming your power. That's really reclaiming your worth. Okay. It never left. You may have been dealing with an individual who tried to make you forget that shit, though. Silence. So are you giving this person silence, or I just heard, did this person weaponize like the silent treatment in your connection? Wow. Guys, this sounds so specific. You know, if this is your story, yeah, this would be the type of person who weaponizes the silent treatment, okay? This is the type of person you ask them what's wrong, they say nothing, but clearly the behavior, the mannerisms show that something is wrong, right? Then they go along either not speaking to you or being very brief, 1 to 2 word answers, maybe not texting you back for hours and hours on end, or not answering the phone calls. It's not a complete ghost, which makes it worse, because the person is still actively answering you, actively around, you're still actively around them, but their energy is disgusting, right? Totally off. You may have tried to figure this out, right? That's what the studying could be. Now, listen, this is a very specific storyline. So I feel as though if there was an incident that has happened not too long ago, or getting ready to happen, as tarot is fluid, your silence or the way that, or your behavior, right, upon this tantrum that they normally have. You're possibly normally the one who is like, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. How can I make it better? We can work this out. Like, we can compromise, right? There's more here than just this stupid argument or whatever. If you are approaching this differently than you have in the past, then this is why they're trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to gain some insight. Okay? If you are silent in them trying to come to this conclusion of who they believe you are now, because they no longer believe that you're the individual that they were in a connection with. They view you as somebody who is totally different. So you've made some major changes in your life and in this connection. Noticeable changes. The confusion of it all is what has these emotions running so high in this person. This could be somebody who likes control, right? When it comes to like love and karma. Like, hey, I'm just gonna say that, right? Karma, motherfucker. When it comes to karma and shit like that, there is no such thing as control. So let's just stop with the foolishness, okay? Ooh, we have adjustment. Yes. Okay, guys, this is a newer deck that I got for us. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. It's actually this box right here, if you can see it. This box right there. I really like it. It has beautiful illustration, good cardstock. But anyway, this is not a commercial. You like, girl, what are you doing right now? I'm sorry. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just saying I like these. So in any case, we got adjustment. So this makes so much sense, guys. So now listen. Two different sets of you here. Please let me know which one you are down in the comments. There's a set of you who have actively made these changes yourself. You have kind of gone with the ebbs and flows of, you know, disappointment, sadness, heartbreak, heartache, then seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and then finally cultivating a plan as to what the universe is trying to bring about in your life, just according to what you're trying to manifest. For others of you, this may have been forced upon you, okay? An adjustment that was forced upon you. You went with, you know, you went kicking and screaming, okay? It was very, very hard for the universe to get you to this point. Maybe you didn't see the point, okay, of moving it along. Aquarians are very analytical, so shit has to make sense if we talking about changing something now, okay? So please decide which group you're in. Either way, there has been a necessary adjustment, all right? It reads looking back and then moving forward, right? So didn't I say that? It felt very analytical, taking an analysis of what you've built overall, okay? And accountability for things that you know that you're unable to change. Am I taking one more? Adjustment. So I feel like you may have looked back very, very briefly when it comes to this, only to find that the better route was to go into your next cycle rather than repeat this one. You see what I'm saying? You just repeat shit until you learn the lesson. That's how this works. All right. So we have healing heart. See, power of self-love. I told you. This shit is beautiful. This is about choosing you, choosing yourself over other individuals. Okay. I know you love your family. I know you know what I'm saying? You're a rider. You're there for people. But you got to be there for yourself so that you're good. Okay. What good is your help if you have nothing left to give, if you're empty? You see what I'm saying? So these must be your thought processes, but very much so a needed change has occurred. Now, for those of you who have been forced into this change, kicking and screaming, this emotions running high card would definitely be mirrored. Okay. So even when you make the decision to remove yourself from something that did not feel great, you know what I'm saying? From something that did not honor your value, treated you lesser than, left you feeling lesser than. You're removing that. That's toxic, right? But that shit still hurts. That's still a very painful process. Okay, so this definitely gives me the energy of like ripping the band-aid. So either you ripped the band-aid or the universe did. Definite major changes coming. But abundance is definitely going to be in this next cycle, guys. Okay, it is requiring your silence. So we have Dragon's Horde. It says protecting the future. You see what I'm saying? Wow. I get goosebumps when they do stuff like this, guys. Okay. That makes sense, right? Didn't I just say it requires your silence? And for what purpose? To protecting the future. Okay. Everybody doesn't want to see you do great. Everybody doesn't wish you well. Okay. Even if they say that they do not. People love to gravitate towards the Aquarian energy. It's just like that. Period. Period. You know it. I know it. We all know it. But everyone doesn't have the best intentions for wanting to, you know, partake of your good energies. And this is something that you have definitely you've had to come to grips with that. That's a hard pill to swallow, right? To think that there could be people who actually get excited or happy at your disappointment, at your failure, right? I wouldn't say praying for your downfall, but they would be at the table to gossip about that downfall. You know what I'm saying? They would be here for the tea. This is not somebody who would be sympathetic or empathetic in reference to things not going well for you, because these may be jealous individuals, okay, who never really were happy for your situations or things that you've actually accomplished. Right? They view you as somebody who's a spoiled brat, who always gets the break, who always gets, you know, things done. They're not there for the journey though, right? These are people who show up when you're already self-made and shit. You see what I'm saying? So if there was no option for them to sit at your table and eat with you, then they're not happy for you. And that's the difference, okay, guys? That's the difference between somebody truly, genuinely being happy for you and somebody who, is happy for a golden ticket to the buffet. Okay. And your buffet is the shit. Do you understand me? There's everything on that buffet. Okay. Every type of cuisine you can think of. Any type of cuisine you can think of. Edible gold and shit. Like, that's what's on your buffet. So you can only be realistic by knowing everybody's not going to be there for genuine purposes, right? For the purpose of loving you or wanting to see you win. So, see, this doesn't really surprise me. I feel like there's been a lot of toxic energy in your space lately. This could be past energy for some of you. If most of this energy is from the past, and more specifically this love connection, then there may still be just some residual toxicity that the universe is trying to fully push out, because they are taking you somewhere. You see what I'm saying? There's a bigger picture in all of this. You see? Wow. Let me explain. Okay. So there's definitely a person here, and boom. I mean, but there's no surprise there. Okay. Wow. I mean, we're just taking a moment of silence for their soul, because I'm done. Why are you even here? Let's just get on to the new shit, because what? So this is very time sensitive, guys, okay? This definitely feels contractual between you and this individual. It could be a soulmate or a karmic, all right? But this is about the power of self-love taking hold over you, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul. And if you're loving on yourself, then certain energies and people just simply can't exist, right? That's just us being real. Everybody can't come into certain cycles. You may have been going through a karmic cycle, guys. Be very honest with you, okay? Especially with this World card. It makes sense. We do have somebody here who's wanting to kind of explain their behaviors. They're not going to be met with the same conversation that they would have been met with prior to this World card. You're holding all the chips here. Okay? The ball is in your court. I don't know whatever phrase you want to use to say that you're that bitch. You are the one. You're the one holding all the cards. You can quite literally manifest whatever it is that you want at this point in time, right? That's why I said it's very time sensitive. Feel like you're being met with a decision to choose your self-love journey over this karmic cycle. But y'all know I always say that is difficult. That's very, very difficult. Okay. It's easier said than done. When you sitting here with a bunch of cards, that's some easy shit to say now, ain't it, girl? I'm just saying, right? Right. So I get it. I totally get it. But if you're always the one putting everybody else's happiness before your own, then why should you? Why should you stay around for this? Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. Why should you stay around for that? It's actually not even supposed to be in your wheelhouse. You don't deserve that. That's undeserving. Okay? So a part of self-love is learning to understand when you're giving too much. Too much outgoing. Okay? It's too many withdrawals out this bitch. It's going to be insufficient before you know it. Okay. So they're trying to stop it before it gets to that point. Not before you have a few visitors though. Okay. If you once fed this toxic energy, then there are still people who are expecting you to be the same, be that way. Okay. This silence in this card is definitely screaming at me at this point in time. So maybe you're silenced to all of these individuals trying to come back in to explain why their own happiness being their first priority was okay. You see what I'm saying? It's not a lie, guys. You have jealous individuals in your hemisphere. You already know this, though. You do know this, but I feel like you're going to find out about individuals who you never would have thought would cross you. You never would have thought they didn't wish the best for you. They didn't want the best for you. They're not even supposed to be, if they're family, that's not even supposed to be a thing for them. Okay. But jealousy is real. I get jealous when I think of anyone else having you and stealing you away. Now, this could definitely be in reference to a love connection, but like I said, it's very general energy, guys. It feels like several individuals here that you may have to, there may be a cause for a pause when it comes to their entry or access around you, especially if you're trying to detox, okay? You don't want to be counterproductive here. All right, let's pull a few tarot. Yikes. I'm using the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Let's see here. This feels like a bit of a heavier energy than normal, guys. All right, Spirit. So please give me a little bit in reference to this person that has popped out. Yeah, this person's energy currently is focused on your boundaries, you holding them back from completing this task, okay, of explaining to you. Okay, you may be giving this person silence. You may continue to give this person silence. Let's just be very clear. This reading might not even be about a forewarning about this connection, but about other individuals. You see what I'm saying? We could sometimes focus so much on the love connections because these are individuals that we're getting to know. They may be perfect strangers before you get together. And then once you start seeing those red flags, it's so much more prevalent and the reasoning is so much more logical in reference to why you should walk away from that shit, right? Not always, though. It gets a little bit more sticky when it comes to family or people who you consider family, right? So your silence towards this is very shocking. It's deafening, actually, right? It's screaming at them. They're viewing this now as like an obstacle. I don't believe that all of you will walk away completely immediately, right? Because we did have this adjustment card. Adjustments do require you to look back for a moment, right? That doesn't mean that you're going to fully delve back into the bullshit of the past, but it does require you to take an analysis over what's happened so that you can strategize moving forward. Okay? Look back to move forward. this is someone who may take that the wrong way. You may simply just be trying to get closure for yourself. You may simply just be trying to help them out so that, you know, their emotions can come back down to a 1, because right now they're on a billion. And it's like, sweetheart, this is over. Okay. I love you from a distance. Namaste. Please stay the fuck away, right? Like, no hard feelings, but I don't like you anymore, right? Not as a person, but just as an energy in my life. It's not really on my life path. You see what I'm saying? Being very logical. They don't like that shit. They want you to be on 100. They want you to be cursing them out. They want you to be on a billion, trillion, you know what I'm saying? Threatening to slash their tires, you know, calling their mama house, asking their cousin who they fucking, like that kind of stuff. That's where they want you to be. You're not that individual anymore. And I don't really think they should tempt you. I don't think you should poke the bear. Ma'am, sir, bruh, sis, this could get real. Okay? I'm just warning you. I am warning you. You will not like that outcome, okay? You will very much so start to play the victim. You already know that Aquarius has a certain kind of boundary up here. You already know that the behaviors of the past is no longer going to be tolerated. For we're not even in that cycle. So please don't take this silence as a weakness, okay? And get your ass cussed out. Don't do it. Don't do that. You got to be more careful. So let's see what this person, what is the story they're telling themselves in their head? What are they thinking? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So listen, this is someone who definitely knows. They know. They do know. They do know. It's habitual though. This is somebody who will want you to take the good with the bad. Isn't that what I said earlier? So it's like we have bomb ass sex, right? Okay, so exclusivity, that shouldn't even be a thing. You should be satisfied with that. Okay? It's like I have all the money and the riches in the world, but I'm very much so emotionally detached, and I might require you to be a side piece every now and again. Okay, not just any regular side, a premium side, for an extra $5.99. You would be a premium side, okay? Not just no mashed potatoes and gravy, but you're gonna be loaded mashed potatoes. So you should kind of be okay with that. You see what I'm saying? You see where there is no logic? That's neither here nor there. Because I feel like for most of you, this connection is still gonna hop into a dead end. This is very much so Spirit trying to bring to your attention other energies in your life that mimic this. There are several, guys. There are several. They bring nothing. They bring nothing to your life. They only call if they need to talk about something. They only call if they need something. They only want you to come around if you're bringing something. They only want to speak with you to see what's going on in your life, right? To see if you're doing well so that they can come and eat your edible gold. You see? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. That's some bullshit. It's not selfish if it's self-preservation. Hello, somebody. Can I get a witness? All right, so what do they believe you feel about all of this? And then we're hopping over into the extended, guys, okay? Oh, yeah. See? It's like, I know you're tired. I know you're exhausted. I know you're depleted. But please, baby, please. Say you'll still have me. Say you'll still... This is what love is about, right? Love is about work. Relationships are work. Marriage is work. Hard work. And it's like, but what the fuck are you doing then? If I'm doing all of this, then what are you doing? Nothing. You see what I'm saying? Child, I cannot. So listen, I don't believe that most of you will entertain this. This silence will send them into a spiral. Who cares? You're like, that's none of my business, sis. That's none of my business. Okay, cool. This is very much so about the universe trying to redirect you into another phase of your life, and there are individuals who are still lingering on. Like I said, some residual toxicity is still there. This is why some of your days seem to be going great and good, and then all of a sudden you have one of those down days, or your energy just doesn't feel quite right. It's kind of off. This is an individual or individuals that you may have a difficult time disengaging from, okay? This is a little bit more sticky than just your regular run-of-the-mill breakup. This is why it's showing up in this way. All right, so let's go ahead and go over to the extended, okay? I want to see if at all there's a chance that this connection is salvageable. We'll also want to see what this person's purest feelings about you and the connection are, their next steps, their intentions, and the potential outcome, whether you decide to engage with them or not. I also want to see what shadows may possibly affect the outcome of things, okay? So we know that they have a plan. We know that we saying fuck them, but pause, right? It's not that easy. It's not that simple. Things don't always just, you may say all day in your mind that you're never going to talk to this person again, but you're talking to me now, okay? We keep it real over here. We all been there before, right? As soon as you see that person's number on there, heart palpitations and shit, right? Like, you can really quickly fall back into that. So we just want to look to see what shadows may potentially affect the outcome of things. If you have a particular outcome in your mind that you want to come about, you can prepare yourself. Let's also see what the lesson for each of you is in this, blockages that may be keeping you from recognizing toxic vampires immediately, okay? Especially if you're going into another cycle where you'll be dating new people. This is something that you will need to know. Also, I want to look at the actions you can take to elevate your vibrational frequency instantly. This is going to keep you invisible to toxicity. Your focus in order to speed up momentum towards your divine counterpart. We will look at that. And then I also want to take a look and see what good things are coming towards you in the near future. Good things only. We will have a full finance message in reference to what you need to look out for and what you can be expecting to come in, and advice from spirit in reference to how to yield true divine fulfillment in finances, love, and life overall in the least amount of time, okay? So you do not want to miss that. It's going to be action-packed, okay? But first, click that like button, click this subscribe button. Thank you guys for all your love and support. Now come over and cut up with your girl. We're gonna go over there to the extended. I'm gonna link it down below, and I'll see y'all over there. Bye.